Hello everyone and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. You can find us streaming on both Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you would prefer. Feel free to comment or ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it. I'll do my best to keep an eye on those and answer your questions as we go, and after the stream as well. I'll be hanging around for a bit to keep an eye on those questions. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. In some new developments, a man has been sentenced to federal prison for stealing a firearm from a UP resident. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Michigan, Mark Totten, announced the sentencing today. 28-year-old Bradley Lee Reynolds of Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Ironwood, Michigan, was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Totten said last May the Ironwood Public Safety Department learned Reynolds stole a pistol from someone in Ironwood. Investigators say Reynolds then threatened to kill that person. He was later on social media brandishing a pistol and threatening others. Investigators found Reynolds and the stolen gun in Menominee. He ran from police before turning himself in after a standoff. And a Menominee County man has been sentenced to prison for delivery of meth. 63-year-old Edward Britton was sentenced to 3 to 20 years in Menominee County Circuit Court today. Investigators say Britton sold just over 1 gram of meth to an upset informant in Wilson last April. Britton then offered to sell larger amounts of meth. Upset executed a search warrant of Britton's home and found drug paraphernalia and guns. The prosecutor's office says Britton plans to testify against others involved in his trafficking operation as a part of his plea agreement. Bear hunting season is officially underway for most of the UP. The Michigan DNR runs 10 bear management units across the UP and parts of northern lower Michigan. The DNR's bear and small game specialists say the UP bear population is strong. He says they maintain that population by having hunters take part in a lottery system to get tags for the hunt.
So even though we have a robust bear population, a healthy bear population up here, we have more interest in being able to bear hunt than our population can provide, given how we have our season set up. We have to figure out a way to be able to, give out licenses fairly, but not overwhelm or, be detrimental in any way to our bear population.
There are 3 bear hunting seasons in the UP. This first one ends October 21st. The Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority has started grading work in the ORV Sea Route Trail. It goes from Negaunee to Republic. Work started yesterday in Ely and Humboldt townships. It's expected to be done in 2 weeks. If you're using the trail section from the Tilden-Ely Township line to the Humboldt-Republic Township line, watch out for heavy equipment on the trail. Officials say to yield to operators. Travelers could see slight delays.
It's an excellent time to get out in the woods, and especially on the ORV trail. The colors are just going to start turning, so that's why we want to get all these projects done before that really kicks in. And we want to make the trail in the best condition they have.
The State of Michigan ORV Trail Permit Program provides funding for the maintenance. Today marks the 23rd anniversary of the terrorist attack at the World Trade Center that killed thousands. TV6's Julia Seitz shows us how the Marquette community commemorated the civilians and first responders who lost their lives and those whose lives remain altered.
Marquette Senior High School students gathered this morning outside the high school to create a memorial for those killed in the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks.
These flags represent the 2,977 people who were killed in the 9/11 attacks and serve as a heavy reminder for his students.
Social studies teacher Erin Lanecore says it helps them understand the importance today holds for the country.
Help this lesson stick a little bit more, since especially none of these kids were born on September 11th, but they might have loved ones who were impacted by that day.
The 9/11 unit for his classes focuses on teaching its impact to students who weren't there to see it themselves.
They usually come away with a little deeper understanding once they see just how many flags it really is and how many people it really was. It's a good visual demonstration for them. Otherwise, it's just a number on a chalkboard.
He says the flags will remain at the school today and tomorrow. Meanwhile, Marquette's Jacobetti Home for Veterans hosted a Patriot Day picnic. Nursing director Carrie Lincoln still remembers the day in 2001 clearly.
I was working upstairs in a day room here with our members, and it's a memorable moment in our history So I think it's important having this Patriots Day to commemorate that.
He says it's also a day to give back to the veterans and thank first responders like the Marquette Fire Department, who enjoyed a pig roast with live music as special guests.
Most people remember that day. You know, most people in this group remember some of the other historical events that have happened in the country. You know, it's important that we don't forget that.
In addition, a new mural was unveiled to serve as a lasting reminder for years to come. Julia Seitz, TV6 News, Marquette.
In back to school and beyond coverage, enrollment numbers are up for both NMU and Michigan Tech. This fall, Tech welcomed 7,430 students, marking the 4th consecutive year of enrollment growth. The university also achieved its highest ever retention rate at 88.7%, Staff say this reflects its commitment to student success. MTU President Rick Kubek says the growth goes hand in hand with the university's reputation for producing high-quality professionals. 7,409 students are enrolled at NMU this fall. NMU says student retention is a large reason for the high enrollment numbers.
We're very excited and anxious and looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great day. We have, at this point, 40 crafters and vendors lined up to be present on that day. They are bringing a wide diversity of products.
Looks like we've got the wrong video in there for you right now, but Hall also says that NMU is proud to report minority student enrollment and is up 15% this year. Sorry about those technical difficulties, but today, 20 Hannahville Indian School students took a field trip to the North Country Electrical Line School in Escanaba. They got a hands-on look at educational opportunities outside of the traditional college path. Under supervision, the teens got to climb electric poles, go up in bucket trucks, and operate heavy equipment. One teacher says visiting a trade school was an opportunity the students were already craving.
So the fact that they express interest, I want to be able to take them anywhere that they want to go, let them see what they want to do.
Some people hop on the poles and they're like, this is not for me. This is not something I want to do. Other people are like, wow, this is something I could look at.
Lightfoot says some of her students don't see college as an option, so showing them trade careers is important. If you've considered signing up for the Partridge Creek Compost curbside pickup, now is the time. The nonprofit needs to hit 250 curbside pickup subscribers by May 2025 so it can continue regular operations. The organization aims to revert compostable material from the landfill, turn it into healthy soil, amendment, and get it back into the food system. Partridge Creek Compost says it's a crucial part of its growth and development.
We're looking at the end of our federal funding that supports a good number of our staff. We're really proud of what we've built, and we want to see as much of that keep going as we can. We're incredibly proud to be the very first Part 115 compliant compost site in the whole state.
5 miles surrounding the city of Ishpeming, Negaunee, and Marquette. They offer special discounts to subscribers. Finally tonight on the TV6 Digital Desk live stream, the Detroit Red Wings alumni are coming together to help the United Way of Marquette County. Friday is Marquette County Hockey Night. Hockey players from around Marquette County will face off against former Detroit Red Wings players. Randy McKay, former Red Wing and current alumni team member, says they get together to benefit charities around the Detroit area, but a crew is taking the trip to play up in the UP. McKay says the game could get competitive.
Well, Red Wing alumni do get kind of competitive. You'll get Mickey, who is in his 70s, Red Berenson, who's in his 80s, and then a bunch of us other guys. No one likes to lose, so it'll be competitive.
The fun starts on Friday afternoon with a tailgate party at 3:30. Then the puck drops for the Red Wings alumni versus the Yoopers at 7 in the evening at the Barrie Event Center. Tickets are still available for the event. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. That's all the stories we have for you tonight. If you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. There's our email there, our phone number, and you can also reach out to me on social media or by email if that's easier for you. We can get those story ideas to our assignment desk and get a reporter out there to cover them. Thank you again for joining me tonight. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.